This is Eric Posaple with Body Morph Professionals. I just filmed a workout with the Meat Brothers, Lukas, Duncan, Sylas Shores, and little orphan Annie Dohack jumped in. So say hi, everybody. I'm sorry, it's Dohack. I'm sorry. Why do I keep wanting to say Dohack? So say hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's Lukas.
I'm Annie.
Sylas.
So we are down here in St. Louis, which seems to be the armpit of the world, and filming this workout. And it only took me about 5 hours to get here from Chicago, so that was pretty exciting. A nice little drive. But we're down here, and we did the workout. So I'm going to talk to these guys a little bit about some of the stuff they did and why they chose those particular exercises, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the shows they did. So you guys, you start off with kind of a compound set of the seated rows with kind of a cable pullover. Yeah. Why do you choose that?
Well, I usually switch, alternate my workout starting with either a pull down or a row. We decided to just do a row this week. But I always start my workouts with a superset just to get maximum blood flow and basically just like a warm up. So we did, what did we do? We did underhand rows to work like the lower lats. And I do that because lower lats are typically the most underworked part of the back. Like everybody generally has a thick upper back, you know, including me. Like I have a thick upper back, my lower lats and lower back is on the weaker side, so we did that, and then I superset that with the cable pullovers to really stretch out the lats and kind of prime them for the exercises to come. So that's just like a superset to like get maximum blood flow and get everything warmed up. We're not going crazy heavy or heavy at all. It's relatively light, for the most part. So that's why I chose that.
Okay, so like just kind of a simple warm up. Now, Sylas, is that kind of how you usually start the workouts too, or is this something you don't normally do?
It's a little different than what I normally do. I would normally start with either a wide grip pull down or a closed grip, but it's warming up either way, just getting that back firing, getting ready for the workout. So it was good.
People can't really see, but we're sitting on these couches at this gym, and Sylas fills up the entire couch all by himself. And what are you weighing now?
Right now, I stepped on the scale here. I'm right at 330. So
I think it was probably off like 20 pounds, really, like 350.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Now, Annie is getting ready for a show in Chicago, the Ottawa show, the Continental, the NPC Continental in Ottawa, Illinois. And you're about, we got about 4 weeks now at this point, 3 and some change maybe. So working out with these two meatheads, is this kind of a typical workout of what you would do? Or, because I know you have a powerlifting background, for those that don't know you. So is this kind of a workout you would do, or is it something pretty different?
Lately it has been. I mean, lately this is definitely the sort of workout that I would be doing. It's very, very different from how I ever started training. Normally I would start with a light set of whatever the hell I'm going to be doing the rest of the workout. So, I mean, when you're powerlifting, you do one exercise, and then maybe you do a couple things to like work weak points, whereas it's a lot more thorough now. So, but I've gotten used to it in the last 16 weeks. That's how I've switched over, and it's been pretty good.
Awesome. So we went from there, and we went over to just a basic, simple T-bar, bent over row, free weight. Is that not what I said? Did I say dumbbell? Oh, I'm sorry, barbell. You're right. Yeah, I didn't have enough carbs today. So for being a week removed from your show, went pretty heavy today.
Yeah, on the barbell you're saying? Yeah, I did it up to 3 plates. I mean, usually I'll do like 4. But what I have been doing during my prep and, in the off season is I lightened up the weight for back, and I noticed that helped a lot because, in the past I would see like these big pro guys doing lighter weight than I am on back. And I'm like, well, their back's way better than mine. What am I doing wrong? So I, talked to some people, and they said, well, dude, you gotta lighten up the weight and squeeze more. So that's what I kind of have been implying in my training recently. But, yeah, post-show, I obviously don't want to push things too hard, so I just did, I did 3 plates, and the last set I did a double drop set, which is normal. It's normal for me. I like doing a lot of drop sets to, just increase blood flow and really, push the muscle to failure. So, yeah, I mean, I went about as heavy as I could, but like I said, I do like going lighter for back and really pulling with your elbows and back instead of your biceps. That's like the number one thing for back, I feel.
Well, one guy that didn't go light today was Sylas, so we got up to like 5 plates on the bent over row, and I know you were kind of complaining about your form, but at 495 pounds I thought it was pretty good. however you normally go? Is this kind of where you're peaking out for your strength in the off season?
Yeah, I don't normally go over 5 plates. Usually I really stick around 4, but when you got the video on you, you gotta push it a little bit. So we went up to 5 plates, and it wasn't horrible form, but it wasn't great. So, but it was entertaining at least.
Yeah, I mean it's all for the fans, right?
It was pretty good form. That was pretty good form for 5 plays.
For 495.
For 495 was pretty good form, and even 405 was really good form.
Yeah, I mean you banged out 6 or 8 with the 5 plates, so it's not like nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, well, it was. My back was tight from the drive too. So.
From the 3 hours in the Jaguar.
Yeah, from the car, I was a little tight.
And then we had Annie over here, who, and don't take this the wrong way, but for a girl, bent over rowing a plate, and what looked to be pretty easy considering you're 4 weeks out. Powerlifting probably helped some of that back strength.
Yeah, I've always had, it's almost crippling how much stronger my back is than other parts of my body. So back day is my favorite day because it's what I'm good at. I like it a lot. And I have a decent back, really, from powerlifting. But yeah, that's a pretty easy one. I try to get a good stretch at the bottom and a good squeeze. So a plate is, for me, it is, for a girl, it's pretty good. I understand that. And for me as a girl, it's, I'll take it at 4 weeks out. That's good.
Well, tell them how much she deadlifts.
Well, wait, we're gonna get to that in a second because I'm gonna embarrass you guys here at the end of this interview. So let's save that for a second. But then we went over to kind of that side room, and what do you want to call that? Maybe a lat pull down machine or some kind of almost a high row.
I've seen Rolly Winkler do that machine actually, or an exercise similar to it. I guess it's working. What is that working like? Your outer lat, I guess.
I don't know. It worked my forearm because I had to hold the camera, so I don't know. Yeah, I kind of a lat movement.
To be honest, I didn't like that machine. It kind of felt kind of goofy.
Well, Sylas, you didn't really like it either.
No, I didn't like it.
Was it because you didn't fit in it?
That may have been part of it, but I couldn't get a really good contraction on it, really. Once I got up into some heavier weight, it actually felt like I was getting a better contraction, which typically isn't the case, but on that particular machine, that's the way it felt. So
I think what's really funny is the viewers aren't going to be able to hear the machine because when you two numbskulls were in it, it was creaking and cracking and screaming, and then Annie got into it, and there wasn't a sound to be heard. It sounded like it was a brand new machine.
That's because these jackals didn't try to change the seat at all. I'm not 330 pounds, for those of you who can't see me. I don't know why me and Sylas had the same. You'll see that we are very different shapes, and these guys shoved themselves in a machine that I had set for myself. You'll see it, and it.
Did you like the machine?
No, I didn't.
Good. So all 3 of us. I'm glad we did 4 sets on there. That nobody liked it.
It was good to try though, because this gym had a lot of equipment that in my gym back home doesn't have. So it was definitely good to try.
It's always good to get out of a different gym.
Yeah.
And then you guys kind of did a couple sets of like an underhand lat pull down, and then with a bent over rope pull.
That was out of my creativity. I did I did the reverse.
It must not have been too creative because you only did 2 sets.
Well, yeah, no, that's part of the strategy. I liked doing several exercises and hitting it from different angles. Like you don't have to do 4 or 5 sets. It's like I actually stole this idea from Matt Porter. I'm not sure you know who that is. He does a lot of exercises, but not very many sets per exercise. So, so we did 2 sets there, and the idea there is we did the reverse grip, and to work your lower lats, and then we supersetted that with the rows, just to like get more blood in there. The rows are kind of building the thickness, so you're hitting that back from multiple angles, and that's what I like doing. Okay. So the 2 sets there is just because it's not really necessary to do more. You want to do multiple angles. So,
right. Yeah. Charles Glass is real big on angles.
Yeah, Charles, and I do that with kind of like every body part too.
And then you guys kind of moved from there, and we did the T-bar, kind of the assisted. Yeah, and that was your decision. For 2 big guys, I can't believe you did that because I have a hard time breathing in that machine.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to breathe, but I like by that time my lower back was feeling a little fried from the drive and just from the heavy bent over row, so I just wanted to get some extra squeeze in that upper back, and it definitely did the job for that. So I kept that pressure off my lower back, so it was good.
And then Annie over there busting out 2 plates on that machine. That's a pretty heavy machine, so again, showing more of that back strength considering you're just a handful of weeks out from a show. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I can't breathe on it, and I think it's a little awkward to move around, but these 2 are surprisingly nimble little boys.
Well, we had to cut out the part where they were dancing, but
and their gymnastics. The backflip out of Luke, incredible. Incredible.
Well, and then the next exercise we did in the video, which everyone will get to here in a minute, is the deadlift machine that you guys did, where Annie actually went rep for rep, pound for pound for you guys all the way through that workout. So, how's your ego feel?
I don't deadlift.
Good excuse. This is what she's good at. How about you, Sylas?
Well, what I'd like to point out is
The sun was in your eyes?
well, that too, but there's no windows in the gym. But yeah, there was sun in my eyes. And I'd like to point out that my upper body probably weighs 250 pounds. So, and I was technically, no, she is strong. You can definitely tell she's strong in the deadlift. I was just doing it more for a squeeze, and I was already tight, but she is very strong in the deadlift. So you can definitely tell that.
So, would you say deadlifting your strong suit?
I'd say I'm a squatter. I'd say I have a much more impressive squat. Obviously, I deadlift more than I squat. I think most people do when they're raw. But I do have a pretty decent deadlift. So,
So the next video is what you're saying is you want to do legs with these guys.
all day long. All day long.
Well, if we're going to do that, you guys got to wear the booty shorts. That'll look
Actually,
sexy.
2 pairs of those, so we're good.
Something shocks me about that. Do you have booty shorts you can wear?
I'm actually going to go old school with. I'm going to go with a cutoff blue jean.
I thought you were going to say Zubas with like work boots.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either.
So just kind of talk real quick. You just came off North Americans. What's kind of the plan for you going in the future?
You know, to be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I'm trying not to think too far ahead. I'm trying to focus like one week at a time, honestly. So right now I'm doing my little recovery thing for 6 weeks, and then I'm gonna go into my off season. But as far as like show wise, you know, I'm definitely competing next year, but I don't really know when right now. You know, I mean, there's no reason to like go crazy thinking over what show. So right now I'm just concentrating on recovery and resting my body and kind of like detoxifying everything. You know, typical bodybuilder stuff after the show, and then
Eating.
Well, of course, yeah, I'm eating pretty much just whatever I want. You know.
What was the big craving? What was like the one thing you had to eat?
Oh man, there were several things. Well, chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts is number one, and then I have a weird addiction to these, just chicken strips, breaded. Regular.
Which we just saw at the restaurant over here.
And I probably, I have chicken strips like once a day. It's kind of a weird thing. Most bodybuilders don't really crave chicken strips, but that's kind of my downfall. But as far as like competition-wise, I'm gonna do 6 weeks. I do 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, like post-show recovery, where I'm training like 2 or 3 times a week, kind of eating whatever I want. Just kind of laying low and stuff, letting my body heal up. And then after that, I'll get into my off season and decide on what show I'm doing based on, how my off season goes. I try not to get like too far ahead on anything. So
That's probably a good plan,
Yeah.
not to kill yourself. And then we got Big Sylas over here sitting at the 330. We kind of talked a little bit about your plans, and you're looking to do some shows maybe next year.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple local shows. One's out of Kansas City, the Mayhem, and then the Springfield show, which is where I live. So one of those two, at least, if not both. So.
Awesome. And you've competed before?
Yeah, I did the Missouri once. It wasn't the greatest experience, but hopefully we'll get back up there next year.
And then, like I said, we've got Annie. Now, this is your first shot into figure. You did a bikini show a handful of years ago. How'd that experience go?
Bikini wasn't my cup of tea. I thought it would be. It was brand new to NPC, and I was like, oh, yeah, that looks awesome. That's going to be my next thing. And I got up there, and it was a very different time for bikini. I think I got my suit from Victoria's Secret like 2 weeks before, and I showed up, and I was like, that was really not thrilling. So then I just took a different direction, and
Yeah, complete opposite direction. You went into powerlifting.
I did. I took a more badass approach. I'm just kidding. Bikini's awesome.
She's not kidding. She's throwing up fingers right now.
I went for powerlifting, and I loved it. I love how black and white that is. So
Are you talking about races?
yes, and I also talking about you win or you lose, and you lift this weight today, and you lift more weight tomorrow. You're stronger. If not, no, for the most part. So I liked that. But there's always been this figure on my bucket list. I do think that's pretty cool. So.
And we saw you today, and I got to say, you look fantastic for someone that isn't really like a bodybuilding or a figure type competitor. Pretty amazing.
I've known Annie for like 6 or 7 years, and she's like totally transformed in the past when did you move back? Like 6 months ago? And like the past 6 months, she's like from Chicago. Yeah. She like totally transformed. When I first saw her when she came back, I was like, super impressed. So I think she's gonna do really good. And the bikini show, she looked good, but she has a very big frame for bikini, and she has muscle easy. So figure or physique even. in the future.
Yeah, it looks like, just judging from your condition, a couple weeks left to go. I think bringing the legs a little bit, and I think you're going to be pretty competitive. So that's pretty awesome. So why did you choose this show in particular? Just timing-wise? Or?
You know what it was, is I totally wasn't thinking about doing a show at all, ever. It was a bucket list item again, and I didn't know anybody in Chicago when I was there. I was working out one day, and Andrea Trent, who does my diet and my cardio, she approached me one day. She's like, "Hey, you should think about competing." And I was like, yeah, okay. Anyway, and then like maybe a week later, I ran into you, and I ran into a couple of other people that were like, "You should really think about this." And well, that was probably like 6 or 7 months ago, and then I just pulled the trigger. So that's something I like about myself, is it's going to happen and it gets done. So that's how it went.
Yeah, and it looks like you can always tell when someone follows a diet because they look a certain way. So it looks like you've been kind of killing yourself. So congratulations to that. So you've got a couple weeks left, and then are you going to try to keep competing for the season, or do you think you're going to do this one and be done?
I guess we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I might get up there and be like, "This is amazing. I really like it." I'm super hungry right now, so I can't really make any.
Hungry just for food, or actually to compete?
Food. I'm really hungry for food, but I'm excited to compete. I'm stoked about it. I didn't realize I'd be this excited about it. I'm nervous about it, of course. It's totally different from it's way out of my comfort zone. But I'm excited, but I'm also very hungry for food. So.
I know you just watched us eat like burgers and wings and stuff over there, and you had some fish.
I was a champion. I was a champion during that. Actually, I do go still with my friends and my family when they want to go out, and I just bring my food with me and just chalk it up to, this is what it is right now. Catch you in 6 months or whatever,
What's a couple more weeks?
Right. I mean, they can chill with that. And if anybody can sit at a table while my fish is lingering over, like stinking up the world, cool. I mean, I have nothing to complain about.
So, Lukas, before we sign off, anyone you kind of want to give shout-outs to? I know we talked a little bit North Americans, but maybe a new batch of people watch this, so some of your people that are supporting you.
Well, my sponsor, Supplement Nation, they provided me with the supplements for my whole contest prep. My parents are a huge support. My family at J&D Steakhouse provides me with like all my meats for the show, for my prep. And
meat.
Amounts of
Said meat.
Yeah, meat. Well, I actually just ate chicken, but in the off season I'm doing like more steak and stuff, But so they helped me out a lot, and yeah, I mean, dude, I have a tremendous amount of support in my hometown, Columbia, Missouri. I mean, I didn't even place very well, and I still, all these people are still supporting me and still showing me love. So yeah, I'm very appreciative of all that, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep in touch with you through the off season. Maybe film a couple of these, maybe not quite in St. Louis, just because this drive was terrible. But for the most part, we want to try to keep in touch with you and follow your career, because I think you've got a big future ahead of you, considering you're 23 and already bigger than I was. So, and then as far as Sylas, now wait a minute, Lukas, do you do contest prep for people? Do you do diet plans and stuff?
I actually do. I just started doing that. I do. I don't like to say contest prep, because then you got people saying, "Oh, this guy thinks he's a guru," and all that. No, I don't do that. I just help people with their goals. I would say half the people I help right now are either compete or interested in competing, and the other half are just guys or girls who
maybe want to get in shape.
Want to get in shape or add lean muscle. There's no different than somebody who competes or somebody who doesn't compete. Everybody just wants to add lean muscle.
So if someone's interested in hiring you, how do they get in touch with you?
They can email me at lucasbduncanmuscle@gmail.com, or just add me on Facebook, Lukas Duncan.
Now, for those of you that don't know, it's Lukas with a K, not Lukas with a C.
Yeah. You can thank my mom for that.
Yeah, well, we all have mother stories. That'll be another show. Sylas, anyone you want to kind of give a shout out to or thanks to, other than your barber who shaved that wicked beard? Did you do that yourself?
I actually did this myself. Yeah, I did that myself. Yeah.
He's like a barber.
I did this myself. My family's always been really supportive of like my training and all that stuff. So of course I got to thank my family. And other than that, I pretty much do everything on my own.
So fuck everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it was good talking to you then. And then Annie, is there anyone you kind of want to give a shout out to?
I mean, this is going to sound super generic, but my family's awesome. They don't understand this.
It's funny, because I wouldn't think my family, so I must have the wrong family or something, 'cause they didn't support me at all.
You can come into mine. They're pretty cool. They're very accepting. You got to get into that.
She's Italian.
No.
Where are you?
Check. Just
Okay.
like,
Look at that last name tag.
come on now. Anyway, my family's been really awesome. They take care of me pretty well. They support me the whole way. They take care of my emotions a lot of the times. Andrea Trent obviously has done an amazing job taking care of my diet, my exercise. And then, of course, Eli, my boyfriend of about 7 years, he hasn't left me yet. He takes care of my heart pretty well, so those are important people.
Good. And then obviously you're going to be doing the show, like I said, the NPC Continental up in Ottawa. We want to try to catch you there and do kind of an interview afterwards just to see how the experience went. So if you're cool with that. Otherwise, for Body More Professionals, I'm Eric Posaple. This is Annie, Lukas, and Sylas. You guys check out the video. Find them on Facebook. Find them on Instagram. Show these guys some support. And we will see you guys at the shows.
Or we could go to that T-bar and support it on the other side. No.
A lot of it.
Is his birthday today?
Yep.
If I could train a kid like this every day, though, shit. I'd be like 300. So what are you planning on doing next year? You gotta qualify first.
I'm qualified. I would probably do.
Illinois State load up with water.
Right.
No chance this time.
I compete against Mel Chancellor.
Did you? Oh, you can say that. Oh,
He beat me.
How's he beat you? He didn't know legs. Like, oh, when you were younger, I think you said.
I was 24, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I was shredded though. I was 242 at that show.
I haven't been to any of those sales.
Well, they took out the 200 pound house. They took out the 160s to the 200s. Not too many people use them, and there's one win for it. Oh, like I said, all this was in that big area. So, just a lot of people off. Yeah. Or whatever.
It's still really cool.
Yeah, it's still better than anything else. And it's cheap. $100 per year. So,
What?
yeah.
That's a
You can't beat that.
yeah. That's. Did you hear that? $100 for a year here.
$100 for a year.
How this machine's for that.
I could probably do without that my whole life.
That's why they had to do the CrossFit. They need more money. Well, there you go. Come on.
My career crashed and failed, so I want everyone else's too.
He took the year off just to make everybody else look stupid, and then he's going to come back. He just put out all this bad publicity on everybody else.
This is not a support site at all.
No, not at all.
It's like the National Enquirer for
Yeah.
bodybuilding.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Squeeze it. Come on. Come on. Easy. That's easy. Come on. Easy. Bro, I'm almost jealous how much you sweat. Jesus.
I don't like those. I made front double by after you clean the fucking ocean off your face. Yeah. Good. Good.
Push that on down there.
It's like the whole 100. God, don't put it in your face.
Everyone is watching you fail at strapping this up. Come on, let's go. Big weight.
Strong, strong. Come on. That's it.
Oh, nobody comes out of this door.
I've got a pretty solid head right now. Well, as of 3 weeks ago. That makes sense.
Pulling it this way. Trying to squeeze it out. We're all huddled up over there. Oh shit, this ain't gonna work. We can't let her do this anyway. What did you just do to us, bro?
I'm not editing this out either. And I'm not editing plates in.
Don't make me make a trip to Chicago. Something weird's happening.
Where are you going to eat it?
You need like a sushi place.
No, I'll be on like this.
It's in shadow that I can't cut out.
I thought the use of that camera was good.
It is. I can't edit you out. You're like the night. Don't feel bad if she's doing the same way, okay, guys?
I'm loading that bitch up
for more reps.
I don't want to be able to make it all the way home. I'll just stop halfway and get a hotel room. Realize that though.
Yeah, well, they're a little drunk, so.
Yeah.
Slap one of them around.
I always if I knew ahead of time there was gonna be a bigger party, I always brought an extra guy.
Yeah.
And I'd throw him a couple $100. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy. No pressure. But yeah, but I'm only gonna do about 15 of them.
If you roll the rip. That's it.
A little box. Probably should have really done that. Did you get my glutes in that shot?
Of course. Yeah. I was laying on the floor.
Did you actually forget we were filming back there for a minute?
All right, we're live. Quarter turn. As an FYI, they always quarter turn to the right.
All right.
You never will quarter turn to the left.
This morning we're a little bit.
Quarter turn. Hang on. Quarter turn. And quarter turn.
Well, I say these people who like are popular, I say
You look good.